Welcome to another episode of Shipper War, my review of 50/50.
Shipper War. When ship happens, I'm there.
So I was fortunate enough to see 50/50 in an advanced screening, and I'm happy that I did. I wasn't expecting to review this movie because I didn't assume they had anything in relation to what this channel's about, but I was caught off guard, and there was. So I have to say I overall enjoyed this movie. Now onto the relationship that was in the film that completely took me off guard. I wasn't expecting to see this. I mean, after seeing, the trailers and stuff like that, but it's a good thing because it made me enjoy the film even more. Okay, so this relationship in the movie, the way it was done, it was like weren't, well, at least I wasn't expecting it. It took me until the middle of the movie where I was like, yeah, I see where they're going with this, and then it just developed into something more, and it just became a really sweet relationship. It started off as something that the way it just was developed throughout the whole story was just very good, and I have to say it's by far one of the best relationship development romance stories I've seen in a very long time in a movie, where I just was like so taken aback by it, and I was like, oh, that's so sweet, it just, it made me all, warm and fuzzy inside, and it was done really, really well, and both of the actors did a fantastic job with it. I don't want to name drop any of the characters or the actors. I don't want to, I want you guys to be taken off guard by it as well, I guess. Now, the overall movie, I have to say, was really funny. It was a very funny movie, but the thing was, it was like funny, and then boom, depressing, sad, tears rolling down my eyes, my head's hurting from crying, because it's just like when you don't cry very often. Yes, I'm a very cold person, I don't cry, and then you start crying, for whatever, maybe it's just me because I don't cry that often. My head tends to hurt when I cry, and I cried at least probably in 4 different occasions, and I don't normally cry that often in a movie. Normally it's maybe, once or twice, but 4 different times, it's a little extreme, and I guess that's why I started getting a headache. Now, I know there's been a lot of, word going around where people feel like this movie should be nominated for an Oscar, or that Joseph Gordon-Levitt should be nominated for an Oscar, and here's my thoughts and feelings on this. I feel like neither thing is going to be nominated for an Oscar. My main reason for feeling this way is this movie was too much of a comedy and not enough seriousness in it, that I think the Oscar people who nominate movies are completely going to bypass this movie and not take it seriously. Yes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt did a really excellent job in this movie. I am not going to disagree with that, but I feel like, again, there was too much comedy that it kind of drowned out the seriousness in the movie in a lot of ways. So I feel like because of that, it's just not going to be nominated for an Oscar. That's my thought. Now, if it is nominated by an Oscar and I'm completely wrong with my feelings, I'll be completely happy for the movie, and I'll be completely happy for Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who does deserve an Oscar. He's an excellent actor, and he does deserve some praise for his excellent performances and so many other things that he's done over the years. So that is all for this episode of Shipper War. Goodbye, and until next time.